Hello out there, my name is Daps and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are joining my channel for the very first time, you're welcome. I upload video tutorials around WordPress, teaching you how to master WordPress. And what you'll be learning in this video is how to create a beautiful website like this you can see on your screen using InfinityFree. And I will teach you step by step how to get that done. What I'll be teaching you in this video is how you can design a website like this using the free subdomain from InfinityFree, and also how you can register a custom domain with any choice domain registrar out there, and you can add it to InfinityFree account and still install WordPress. And I did that in this video, so you can see I have two tabs here, and this website is loading on dapstutorial.ml, and this is a free custom domain name I got from Freenom. I also showed in this video how to get that done. And if you check the next tab, you will see that this is dapstutorial.epc.com, still loading this same website. Without wasting so much of your time, let me show you how I designed these two beautiful websites using InfinityFree. So now I am at infinityfree.net, and that's the URL you need to access InfinityFree. Once you are able to come down to this URL, you should be able to access InfinityFree. And upon landing on InfinityFree, you can walk through the website and see some of their offers and some of their features, which I feel is quite good. But again, what InfinityFree is most noted for is their free unlimited web hosting. Well, whatever that means, I really can't tell, because I know there are a lot of restrictions around their hosting. But again, if you are looking at just having a website that you are not taking too seriously, I would advise that you create an account with them and you get started. But if you're looking for a very serious website with your business or a blog and you want traffic, you might want to consider their pro hosting, or perhaps it's another hosting, because I'm not sure that the free hosting here would be good enough for you to have good traffic on your website. So let's get started immediately by clicking the sign up button on the home screen. So right now I would try to fill my details. Okay, and now we have to accept our terms and conditions, and also verify that you're not a robot. And then we create new account. Okay, so InfinityFree now requires that I verify my email address. So what I'm going to do right now is to go to my email address and try and verify this account. Okay, so we got an email from InfinityFree, and let's open. All we have to do here is to click the verify email address button. We are already in our InfinityFree account. Now we're supposed to go into the second step, which will be that we create an account in InfinityFree. That again is something that is very easy to do, as easy as a piece of cake. So let's get that done again. We have a 0 of 3 accounts created. It means that InfinityFree gives you the opportunity to create 3 accounts. And for me, I don't really think that matters, because I believe that with one account you can create as many websites as you would want. But again, let's create an account. And once we opt in to create an account, we realize that we have two options of the domain type we'd want to create. Is it a subdomain or a custom domain name? So let's continue. I would want to use, let's say, Daps tutorial. So let's search. Okay, our domain name dapstutorial.epc.com is available. Our account username is generated automatically, and I would choose a password, and then we create an account. Okay, so our account has been created as username, piece, whatever. So let's open this panel in a new tab. I still want to view the client area. This account is still being set up and it will be ready in a few minutes. We need to verify that this account is set up before we continue every other thing we are doing, else we'll just be wasting our time. Okay, we have our account active, and it says that please know that it takes up to 72 hours for a new domain to start working everywhere, and you can search why that happens. And what we're supposed to do here is to approve. So we have access to the control panel of InfinityFree. And the next step for us to take in this video would be that we would install WordPress. For us to install WordPress, we have to use an app called Softacular's App Installer, and then we can visit this app. And the very first thing we have on this app installer is our WordPress. And if you hover on WordPress, you see the option for you to install, and you can check the demo and overview if you want to, but let's install directly. WordPress version 5.4 is the latest as at when I'm recording this video. This is the only domain I have in here, so I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm going to leave all these details the way they are. Admin pass is just for demo purpose, and you want to perhaps put an admin email here. You want to put a valid email. As at now, you don't have access to use customized email on InfinityFree. They used to allow that, but they stopped that because of spam and whatever reasons they said. So you have to perhaps use any other custom email address you have, maybe a Gmail account or a Yahoo or whichever you use. You have to put that here, but I'll leave it the way it is. And once I come down here, all I have to do is to hit the install button, and we can see that WordPress is installing. It says that it can take up to 3 to 4 minutes, but usually it takes less than a minute to get that done. And voila, we have WordPress installed already. So what we can do right now is to check what our website looks like. And if you visit this place here by your left, you see 2 URLs, and one URL is that link to our website directly, and the other one is the one that goes to the administrative URL. So let's go to the URL directly. Okay, this is the error I got on our new installed WordPress. This is not usual. However, I want you to note something that's written here, that it may take up to 72 hours before a new domain starts working, basically. So sometimes it takes time for the domain to propagate, really, if it's a subdomain. But we'll look at the custom domain as well, so we see exactly how this works. And this might just have happened because of some cache or some cookies. I have done a lot with the PC on this browser. Perhaps that's why I'm getting this error. So I should try to see if I can open this website on another browser, most preferably now maybe a Chrome browser. So let me head over to Chrome. Okay, so this blog with this URL dapstutorial.pz loads well on Chrome, but not loading well on Opera Mini. So I would advise that, so we still have Opera Mini here, and let me still refresh, perhaps it will load. We're still not loading well here. Since it's loading well on Chrome, I think we'll continue here, and we'll continue with the next step, which would be that we install a WordPress theme. So let's sign in into our backend. At the dashboard right now, we would have to install a theme. We'll come to appearance, and we'll come to themes. So let's add a new theme. Okay, right now we'll search for a theme called Astra. Okay, we got Astra here, so let's install Astra, and we'll also activate it. We got Astra installed. Now if we check what our website looks like, now that tab, you see that we have something quite different, but yet we're not there. So let's come back to the backend, and now would install a plugin. Let's come to plugins and let's come to add new. We'll search for a plugin called Astra starter site. So let's install it and activate as well. Okay, we've got this plugin installed and activated, and down in the plugins area you will see this plugin here, and you see a place C library. Let's over to C library. Okay, we have option to select page builders. If you are not very, I personally prefer to use Elementor, but if you prefer to use other page builders here that you've used before, you love, that's cool. But I think Elementor works for me, right? So I'll choose Elementor. So we got tons of templates here that we can choose from, and as we have them here, I think my website is a little bit messy, so it's not really loading at once. But what I want you to do once you're here is that you come to the free, and you should be able to get the free ones. So everything we are seeing here is free. So it's so much here that's free for us to use. Unfortunately, my internet is buffering, and I think I have slow connections. I think I like this growth marketer. I would love to have a website like this. Let's click this and perhaps install this here. So let's install this. Then if we, the awesome thing about Elementor and Astra is that you have the option to install either the home page or to install the complete website. So it means that you can install as much template as possible from different, it means you can install as much template as you want. So let's install the complete website here. If you can decide to play around and see what works for you. So let's import our template. Right about now, Astra is installing necessary plugins and also would be importing our demo content. So let's have it import. So after about 1 minute, we have our import. We have the demo content imported successfully. So now let's go to our website and see what we have now. So we have this beautiful website here as we saw in the demo, and I think this is wonderful. This is beautiful. Loading directly on our subdomain. So this is exactly how to install WordPress with using InfinityFree. This is exactly how to install a beautiful website like this using InfinityFree, using their own subdomain. And I think right now we should go back to InfinityFree and see that we can do the same process using a custom domain. So coming back to InfinityFree, there are two ways we can now add a custom domain. We can just choose to start afresh here and just perhaps create another account and use a custom domain name, or we can still go back to our control panel, and in our control panel we can come down to domains, and we see a place for add-on domains. We can come here and click on add-on domain and then add a custom domain name, but that would be, and you can easily come here and just add a new domain name, and it will be on the account we created earlier. It's something we can get done. If we come here, we can still choose to either create a new account. So I really don't know which to do, but since I have done this step before, you see what you would need to do is just click a custom domain here, and then you register the domain name you want to register here. But I wouldn't want to create a second account here. Let me still register a custom domain name directly into the same account we have using this add-on domain feature in our control panel. So I would go to, and there's a place you can easily get a free domain name, and that's freenom.com. And let's go back to freenom, and that's freenom. So let's go to freenom.com. So if you go to freenom.com, you can sign up for a free account with freenom, and you should be able to create a free domain name. But I already have an account with freenom. I wouldn't want to create a free account right now, so I would just have to sign into my freenom account. So upon signing into I'm signing into my freenom, and I've got some emails. I've got some domain registered here, and would come to services up here, and we'll come to register a new domain option. So we registered Daps tutorial earlier. Let's see if we can get the same done here. Okay, upon searching for Daps tutorial, you would see that the first 5 options we have here, .tk, .ml, .ga, .cf, .gq, they are all free. But if you come down, you can see .com, .net, .org, and those have cost price attached to them. If you want to go for the regular ones, you can just buy .com, .net, .org, but for the sake of this tutorial, I want to stick with the free ones. So I'll just get the .ml, and I'll check out. But you don't necessarily need to use freenom. You can use any of your preferred domain hosting account. If you've got somewhere else, you can use that. But if you want the free one, this is exactly how to get it. So if you come down to the period here, you see that you have this for 3 months free. But what you can do is that you can still come down and extend it to up to 12 months free. And when you are selecting from 1 year, 2 years is when you begin to pay for this. So you can still use up to 12 months for free. Okay, for me to complete this order, I have to agree that I've read the terms and conditions, then I will complete the order. Okay, we have this domain set up already. So let's go back to our client area, come to services, and come to my domains. And then this is the new domain we just created here. So what we're going to do is manage this domain. We'll come to management tools and come to name servers, and we'll choose to use a custom name servers. Okay, before we leave here, let's copy this domain, dapstutorial.ml, and let's come back to our control panel, and let's paste the domain name here, and let's add domain name. So you see we got error adding this domain because we have not pointed this name server to ns1.epz.com. But this is exactly how to get our name servers. And let's go back to freenom and let's add this. And the second one is just ns2.epz, but you can copy that. I think I have it saved here, so you can change name servers. Okay, so now let's come back to our domain and let's hit the back button. Before we continue this time, let's refresh this page. Now let's put the domain back and let's try to add it now. So congratulations, we have a new domain to your control panel. So let's go back. So we already have another domain here, dapstutorial.ml, and is registered in this account. So in case you try to do this and you still get error, you have to refresh the page and perhaps give it time before you try again, and definitely everything should work. So we've done this, so let's go back to our home. We'll just have to install WordPress, and we'll come to Softaculous app installer. This was the one we installed earlier, so let's delete this. So we have one active installations. We did that earlier, so let's come to installation again. Okay, coming down here, we have this domain here, but if we click now, we should have our custom domain here already, and then we can leave all this the same way it is as usual, and then let's install WordPress. So we have WordPress installed again. Now let's check this domain and let's see if it's working. Bingo, this worked fine here, so we didn't really need to change browser this time around. I just get possibly InfinityFree has issues with propagating their domains quite early, so you may want to always leave it with Chrome. So now let's come back to WP admin, and this is the administrative URL. And so as usual, let's replicate the same process. Let's come to themes, let's add new, let's search for Astra as usual. So we got Astra here, so let's install Astra. Okay, so let's just go directly to plugins and let's add new Astra site. So let's install and activate as usual. I will still go with Elementor. So we've got all the free templates here. You can choose to use any template you love to. Just love to install the same demo I installed earlier. So I'm searching for that demo. Okay, so I got the theme here. So I'll click this and install complete site again. So let's import. Okay, we got our demo installed successfully. So now let's go back to see what we got. So we have this demo installed already, and we have it as beautiful as possible as it can be. So this is exactly how to get this done using InfinityFree, guys. InfinityFree is quite easy to use. I hope you won't have any problem using that. If you want to learn more on how to customize your website using Elementor, I should have a video somewhere. You can check the description below for a video right now. If you can't get any link on the screen, I will teach you step by step how you can use Elementor to design, to edit your website pages into anything you want it to be. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.